Learning a new language sounds so exciting and so scary at the same time. Everyone who has ever started learning a new language knows exactly how much time and how much effort you have to put initially to speak the language fluently. But what if there is a pleasant, more joyful way of studying a new language? What if there is a fast track of getting that new skill?
I know there are some people out there who just love learning new languages. For them it's so easy and so much fun.
Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. Like, not at all.
Every attempt to learn a new language was such a painful experience for me. If you're the same as me, if learning a new language is not the strongest skill of yours, let's look at this situation together. Maybe we will find the right way to do this fast.
I came to Italy a few weeks ago, and considering that local market of hospitality is growing significantly these days, I realized that speaking the local language will be really beneficial for me. So here is my learning language tip number 1. Before you start learning any new language,
You need to understand why.
why do you need to learn that language?
Why learning this language is so important to you.
Why speaking that language will change your life for the best? Do you want to study in that country? Is your partner a native speaker of the language you are planning to learn? Or you just want to move to that country? Write down those reasons and keep that list really close to you. It will motivate you a lot in the future when things get hard. And eventually they will get hard, and one day you will feel like dropping this silly idea. Well, actually not that silly.
My major why is my Italian business partners, because doing business with them I would love to speak their language. And also, yes,
A little bit of personal reason. Whatever your major reason is, write it down and keep it really close to you all the time.
did you know that business people actually make much better decisions when they think about their business problems in a non-native tongue? The study of the University of Chicago states that
Foreign languages force you to contemplate your decision rather than relying on your intuition only.
which is riddled with biases.
The scientists also suggest that bilingualism improves your brain's executive function. It helps a lot with ignoring distractions to stay focused. Not always, but okay. Switching attention willfully from one to another and keep that information in mind. And this is so true, actually. Learning another language is one of the most effective and practical ways to increase intelligence, keep your mind sharp, and buffer your brain against aging. Jokes apart, there are plenty of researching suggesting that learning a foreign language can actually delay the onset of dementia. What is your second language, by the way, or maybe your third one? Please drop a comment down below. Impress our community here. Fine, we all understand the importance of learning the second language, but how on earth we can do it fast? Let me give you some super cool tricks here. First of all, you need to understand what language group the language you want to study belongs to. It will help you a lot to understand the structure behind this language and also the algorithm, how the language is formed. And then, this is where magic is happening. Just Google 1000 most commonly used words in the language you are learning. I know it sounds funny, but let's take a closer look at it. We all know that languages are made of a shocking number of words. For example, English language has from 600,000 to 1 million words. But let me tell you something. Did you know that the top 100 words make it up to 50% of English texts, and the top 1000 words make it about 90%. And let's have a quick look at Italian.
Let's do it!
Studying the top 1000 most commonly used words will familiarize you with 76% of all vocabulary of non-fiction literature and almost 90% of all vocabulary of oral speech. Impressive, huh? Just write down those words and read them every single night before you go to bed. Next, every single language contains of super cool verbs you absolutely must know. By saying super cool, I mean really important. In English, we have to be and to do, and in Italian, we have a very similar principle. We have two verbs, essere and avere, and you must know them by heart. not. Same as in English, knowing those two verbs, you will be able to describe not just who you are and what you have, but also you will understand how the past tense works. Magic, this is pure magic. After that, just Google again 50 most commonly used verbs in the language you are learning. Write them down again and keep reading them in bed, on the bus, on the train, anytime when you have time. If you ask me if you really need to know all those tenses in the language, for example, in Italian there are 21 tenses. 21 tenses. Oh mio Dio. From my own experience, you need to know just 3 tenses to comfortably express yourself in any language. Simple past, present, and simple future. And that's it. Don't complicate. Just start speaking using those 3 tenses, and the rest you will learn on the go. Speaking of which, let's talk about my favorite part, practice. Yeah, the one that makes perfect. The best way to practice any language is to speak with the natives, ideally face to face. But what if you don't have this option right now? Well, you can always use language exchange platforms or just the social media. You can choose from Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you prefer. Start talking to people in writing, make friends with them, and one day you will be comfortable to ask them for a phone call or maybe a Teams meeting with you. Switch your Netflix onto the language you are learning. I have this option with my Italian one. Really cool one. Also start watching your favorite movies in the language you are learning. I'm doing the same with Italian. I'm watching my favorite movies in Italian with Italian subtitles. If you don't understand something right away, just pause. And pause as many times as you need. I know at the beginning it's gonna be really hard, but after a while your ear will get used to the spoken language. I used to watch Desperate Housewives when I was learning English. I even had a special notebook to write down all new words and also some cool phrases the natives used, which is really cool, by the way. Even now I have a special notebook. I'm writing down all amazing phrases frequently used by the Italians. Figo. Also download a local radio. For example, I have Italian radio 500, 105, and I'm listening to it every time I'm going jogging or just going for a walk. For a few hours a day, you will have a free listening lesson. I personally prefer the advertising and DJ's conversation much more than the songs. I find it much better to learn the language when you can actually hear other people speak to each other. Talk to people, listen to the radio, read the books, watch the movies. Just do whatever you can to practice that new language as often as you can. I guarantee you will see a huge result in a few weeks. Of course, if you're committed enough and doing little things, but every single day. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. By the way, what's the language you're planning to learn or you are learning right now? What's your reason behind studying that language? Please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in my next videos. Bye for now. Ci vediamo, ragazze. A presto.